My motivation to apply for executive board came from the possibility to join this unique international experience where you can gain skills and build contacts that you cannot that easily build in the first years of your employment and in your otherwise university time.
That's for sure the passion I have for the concept of being a junior entrepreneur and for the whole network. So everyone that I have met in this network before really inspired me to take a step further and do more and do better. So I wanted to give back.
So was Natasha's speech in the Mílton conference of 2020? It was really inspiring, and after that I have one shot, I don't know waste this, so I just say okay, let's do it.
I fell in love with the people from these networks, so I wanted to apply because of the people of the network and like to do more for the people of this network.
During this experience, I learned a lot about myself and more about my strengths and weaknesses and how I can apply them in specific situations to get a certain result. But I also learned about others, and I learned about, especially on the international level, how international collaboration works, what you have to pay attention to, where you need to be careful.
I remember my predecessor telling me and to our whole team that we should learn how to pick the fights we wanted to fight. So I think this is actually quite a good lesson that we all should take from this. Another thing is to learn about the differences that we all bring into the table and how we can not only manage to work better together but also take the most out of what everyone can bring off differently.
I think I learned more about myself in terms of strengths and weaknesses. Also more who am I as a person. That's something I didn't expect it. And besides the professional part, which is a part of who I am, but not only, I felt it was like journey also to discover who am I and what are my motivation and what are my next steps and what make me feel happy.
One of them for sure is to be more patient. There is like a lot of like things that will happen like in my life for sure and professional personal life, and I learned that like everything has its time to be processed, so it looks like really just take a step back, do the things and be more patient.
During my term, I had to reach out to a lot of people, and that was not necessarily a strength of me, ask them for something.
I think that a great challenge that we had this year was the fact that even though we are working for the network and for the junior entrepreneurs, during this year we had little to none opportunities to be directly connected with them. So to be in the same physical space, face to face, talk with them, get to know what are their concerns and how we can make this experience also better for them. So always having this distance between us, of course it is still possible, but it was a lot more challenging.
It was facing my fear and also recognize them. Working with the team helped a lot, especially the bond that I managed to create with my team during this year. I have the fear, for example, of think that I'm not good enough for a position. So, which is, I hope is not the case. Like people here motivate me a lot.
I would say that our biggest challenge was really the G with our conference and its setup, because it was the first time that we did it virtually. So our team was really thinking about how we can connect the more than 350 junior entrepreneurs virtually. So I would say that was our biggest challenge.
In 3 words, I would describe the team as interested, purpose-driven, and reliable.
The first word is for sure strong, because with so many challenges that we had to face during this year, we really had to be strong, not just individually, but as a team, to make very difficult and important decisions for the organization and for the network. Second, I would say fun, because for sure we all brought our own kind of fun into the house, and we make this a very entertaining experience as well. And last but not least, complete. Each one of us can be very different from the rest of the team, but we really took that as a way of making us a more complete team and go through everything we had to go through.
I will say motivated, caring, and then we'll use 6.
Committed, strong, and passion driven.
I think I was able to apply some of my strengths in the different processes and projects that we had this year, creating some value for junior entrepreneurs that Junior Press can use in the next years and to develop at the local level. And that's how I would also like to continue. I would like to be available as a trainer, but also as an advisor to the new teams who will build the future of the network.
So I believe I was able to at least improve a bit certain parts of the organization that were not yet exploited, and also to have a positive impact on the people that I worked with, maybe by sharing my knowledge, experience, but also in simply establishing a good environment where they could develop themselves.
Despite the fact that I had the chance to work with alumni department, and I see how much important it is to still giving something back to the network. I think it personally made me grow a lot, and even right now, even if officially, let's say, concluding my years at Expo will be also the year as my junior entrepreneurs will be the end of it, I still want to give you something back. Sometimes you just need a call, but I will be there ready to answer.
I hope so. I was inspired by junior entrepreneurs before, so I really hope that I inspire at least one person to take the step of doing what they really want, to act on their beliefs. So
really have an open mind and trying to actively understand the different perspectives of people around you and what they are thinking about certain situations, and engage with them in discussions about your environment. I don't just mean the ecological environment, but the social environment and what's happening around you, and really be active, think critically, and take part.
Have the courage to fail and do the things you are most afraid of. This is very important. You'll definitely challenge your own barriers and find that everything is possible for you and life will become limitless.
If you think you're not good enough for something, then try and you will learn how to do it through it.
to believe in yourselves, to trust your gut, to believe in your capabilities, and of course act on your beliefs.